everyone.
Recently, according to a new rumor, Marvel Studios wants Margaret Robbie to play a major superhero in the MCU. While Marvel's interest in Robbie is understandable, the actress is already an established DC Universe star due to her iconic role and portrayal of Harley Quinn in 2016's Suicide Squad from David Ayer, 2020's Birds of Prey, and James Gunn's The Suicide Squad from 2021. However, now, according to a new rumor, Margaret Robbie might make a transition from one universe of the DC to the Marvel Studios. Recently, according to Scooper and industry insider Daniel Richman, Marvel Studios recently offered Academy Award nominated actress Margaret Robbie the role of Fantastic Four's Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman, in the MCU for the Fantastic Four reboot. If this is true and does hold, this does not mean that Robbie has to been cast in the 2025 reboot, but just that she's been offered the part that she could pass on. So saying that is that she isn't confirmed or anything or officialized to be the Invisible Woman here in the MCU. It's just simply, according to this new rumor, is that she's apparently potentially been offered the role to take on this character. And that really from there she can either take it or she can deny it and maybe give it to somebody else. But for the time being, it does seem that Marvel Studios is definitely eyeing her for the role of taking on this character here in the MCU. It's a very prominent character and going to be very important for the MCU going forward. Other actresses are reportedly in consideration for Sue Storm included Mila Kunis, Jodie Comer, and Allison Williams, all of which we've recently discussed here on the channel as well. In addition to that, if you haven't already heard, Adam Driver is also heavily rumored to be in his final talks to play Reed Richards, or Mr. Fantastic, in the MCU for the Fantastic Four reboot. And Daniel Richman previously reported that Marvel offered Paul Mescal the role of Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. And so until now, the big question and the big concern is that Margaret Robbie and the comic book films have already been with her Harley Quinn and her future of that role and character, especially in light of James Gunn and Peter Safran's DCU reboot, and that Margaret Robbie would still have a future in the DCU going forward with this whole reboot process that James Gunn does have in plan here for those movies. And that really the big concern and the big question out there is that you really can't bounce two of these biggest franchises in the world. It's kind of, you gotta pick and choose pretty much, and it does seem that she's already very well established in the DCU, but if she takes on the role of Invisible Woman, guys, let's be honest, she can do way better in that role. In comparison to that, the DC always has its ups and downs, and who's to say that James Gunn's reboot is really going to hold true and that it's really going to actually work going forward for the overall franchise of the DC. I think the only other reason for why this may probably just not work, and same thing goes for Adam Driver, I still have my kind of setbacks on those two castings here, is because they're such prominent names and such prominent roles here already well established in the whole movie industry here overall. Like, we've known these actors here for quite some time, and so really the thing with the MCU and Marvel Studios is that they normally would go for like no-name actors to a point and make them somebody really, and so seeing them dying off of that trend there going forward is a little bit of a concern of mine going forward. I'd rather prefer for them to kind of stick to these no-name actors and really bring them up. I think it's something very special that Marvel Studios has going for them already, and that you aren't going to look at Mr. Fantastic, Adam Driver, and see Kylo Ren from the Star Wars franchise, or that you're going to look at Margaret Robbie and see Harley Quinn instead. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys all think. What are you guys looking forward to seeing with the Fantastic Four reboot in the MCU? I would love to hear all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Peace out.